Welcome again, everybody. Now we are going to set up some categories for our store so that we can then start to add some products. Now you're thinking, hang on a minute, I haven't even found any suppliers yet. But what we're actually doing here at this stage is we are setting something up so that when we start to contact suppliers, we find interesting suppliers. They have the products that we want to sell, or they have the type of thing we want to sell, and we're going to contact them. Very often they will ask for your website, to see your website. They do that because they don't want to be supplying to Joe Blogg's general public. They only want to supply to real retailers, so people who are retailing or planning to retail. Because since it's drop shipping, that kind of leaves it a bit open to abuse. So you could have some savvy members of the general public who decide they're going to get cheap products by buying them from drop shippers for themselves or for their family or whatever, as opposed to buying them retail. So drop shippers don't want that, obviously. They want to know you are a retailer. So often they will ask for a website. So for that reason, we're going to have something ready to show them before you even start to contact suppliers. Now, before we can add any products, and we're going to be getting onto, where you're going to find these dummy images and dummy listings to put on your store. We're going to get onto that next, but we need to set up some categories first. They're called collections here on Shopify. So go to products here, click on products, and then click on collections. So to create a new collection, click on the blue button and give your collection a title. So first of all, you do want a best-selling collection. So create a collection called best-selling or bestsellers, it doesn't really matter. Now you don't need to put anything in the description box. Also, it doesn't look great, so I would just leave the description box for your categories or your collections. I would leave those blank. Now down here for conditions, you need to choose either manually select products that you will add to this particular collection. If you do that, that means that each time you add a new product, you select, when you add the product, you select which collection that product is going into. You can also have automatically select products based on certain conditions. Now, let me just show you an example of that. Now, this store is actually selling soft toys, so plush animals, stuffed animals, basically for kids. So let's say that I was going to make a collection of frogs, so toy stuffed frogs. So I give it the title, and then under conditions, I can leave it at manually if I want to, but to make it easier, what I can do here is I can have products must match all conditions, and then product title contains the word frog. And then I can add another condition, product title contains toad, say. And in fact, the better way of doing it is having any condition, because the title may contain the word frog or it may contain the word toad, but it's not likely to contain the words frog and toad, because if I have this stuffed toy, which is a frog, it's going to have the word frog in the title. Have another stuffed toy, which is a toad, will have the word toad, but it won't have frog and toad in the title. So therefore, if we had matching all conditions, it wouldn't work if we had a title with just frog in it or a title with just toad in it. So we have any condition. Hope that makes sense. So we can add as many conditions as we want. It doesn't have to be the product title. It could be product type, price, weight, variant title, all kinds of things that you can add here as a condition so that when you add a new product, it automatically goes into a particular collection. Now, if you don't want to do that, or if the collection that you are creating doesn't lend itself to that, instead choose manually select products. Now, it's a good idea to upload an image for each collection that you create. And when you click the blue button here, upload image, it's going to allow you to select an image from your device. So again, you can use Pixabay to find images that will be relevant and appropriate for the collection that you are creating. You can also use product images as a collection image. And in fact, that's what I would normally tend to do. I would select one of the products from that collection and I would use an image for that as my collection image. Okay, so with these collections I've already created, you can see here that I've added conditions to some of them. So I've added conditions to this one here. Product title contains pig or cow or chicken or sheep or lamb, because these are farm animals, so farm stuffed animals. And for this collection, dogs and puppies, I've got product title contains dog or product title contains puppy. Now, some of these collections I haven't put any conditions on. So for best selling, I've put no conditions on. I've put no conditions on newest arrivals. I haven't put any conditions on any of these others yet. So I probably would on some of these, but I just haven't got around to doing it yet. And none of this is set in stone. You can delete a collection, add a new collection, edit a collection anytime you want. So just set up a few collections loosely based on your niche. Okay, once you've created some collections, now we can add some products to the store.